If you can't kill a boss, no reason why you can't look like one. Moogle putting the wow in transmogs.
This very, very suave looking set can work for a priest, it could work for a mage, and it could work for a warlock. Mantle of Broken Spirits, which actually is the recolor of the priest tier set from Legion. Keep in mind, Tomb of Sargeras Heroic, Shadowfang Keep to get the Robes of Aragal. Baron Ashbury drops that particular robe, 32% drop rate. The belt is Battle of Dazalahar. Opulence drops the Waistcord of Flowing Silk, so about a 5% drop rate, as my dog just ran into the room in case you hear it in the background. The head, Dusk Haven Top Hat, which you could buy from Havenswood Salvage, which costs seafarers doubloons. Save those things. You could buy some really cool looking pieces, and you could always throw them on the auction house, make a little gold. Vindicator Soft Soul Slippers, Blood Missile, I shoot magic into darkness. It's a quest reward. Check Wowhead for a lookalike. There is a Horde only lookalike as well. Firecaller's Hand Wraps, Battle of Dazalahar, Heroic Mara Grimfang, kind of fair drop rate. Pick up those hands, but you could go with any kind of black or gray hands. Iron Scale Warcloak, Slave Prince, Rockmar the Crackler drops that particular gray cloak. You could go with the Guild Thorian cloak as well. Engine Stoker's Lantern is your offhand, Blackrock Foundry Heroic, and the weapon, Terrace of the Endless Spring Heroic, Elder Rhaegal, 15% drop rate for the dagger. Very dark, very sinister for warlocks here. Giant Pumpers, Blackrock Foundry, Mythic, Handscar, 22% drop rate for the shoulders. The robe is actually a mage tier, but this is the part that both priests and warlocks can wear. Robe of Aquios Command, I believe that's correct. Maybe not. Tomb of Sargeras Heroic is correct. Hard Jaden is correct. About a 5% drop rate puts us in the ballpark. The belt, Grievous Gladiator's Court of Accuracy. If you hoard, you got to go prideful. Mop PvP vendor, just one mark of honor to get that warlock tier belt from Mist of Pandaria. Moving on, we're going to show you the back, which is the Flowing Cloak of Command. First piece I ever put in a transmog video from the Culling of Strathholm. Salram the Flesh Crafter, 8% drop rate on that cape. I do believe that cape is also an heirloom cape, and I believe that's the heirloom cape for plate wearer, so you might want to double check that. I'm about 90% sure. Make it 93% sure. Meatmonger's Gory Grips, High Maul, Butcher, 16% drop rate for the gloves. Part of that same set, or kind of the same set for the shoulders. I think it's a different tier though, different mode to get it out of. I was gonna say semi-automatic, but it's semi-automatic cranial cannon, Legion level engineering for the headpiece. The weapon, Uldir Gahoon, 5% drop rate for that kind of gold and yellow staff. The shoulders, we're going to have to spin you to Blackrock Foundry, Hansgar, Giant Pumpers are the shoulders, 20% drop rate. Now, the chest piece and the legs are from Darkmoon Faire, and I just love it. You could mix and match a lot of different xmogs with the Nobleman's Coat. Darkmoon Faire, Barum, he's a vendor, 75 Darkmoon tickets, and the legs. So pick those up. You could put it on a priest, you could put it on a mage, just looking really, really sweet. Girdle of the Infected Mind, High Maul, Bracken Spore, 15% drop rate for the belt. We already talked about the legs. Noblemen's pantaloons. Yes, those are my pants, the pantaloons. Now keep in mind, it does occasionally look a little bit different on females, so just keep that in mind. Nobleman's Fancy Boots, Darkmoon Faire also, but you can find other green boots, dark green boots to go with it, and you don't have to head over to Baron to pick that up. But if you want to, you obviously can. The hands, Scholar's Gloves, Blood Missile, Catch and Release, it's a quest, but you can find another kind of grayish green set of gloves if you're Horde, because that's going to be difficult to get if you hoard. Cloak of Whispering Shells, the Steambolt, Hydromancer Thespia, 18% on the drop rate for the cloak. The headpiece, High Maul, Kargoth Blade Fist, 17% drop rate for the Vile Breath Mask. And the weapon, Denomancer's Spirit Binding Spire, Throne of Thunder. The shoulders, the headpiece, and the belt, you're going to pull out of Battle of Dazalahar Heroic. Paku's Aspect drops the Mantle of the Sky Terror. Very, very Stephen King-like. For some reason that came to my mind. Dreadful Gladiator's Fellweave Raiment. Basically, this is from the MOP PvP vendor, but there's a lot of different robes that you can mix and match with this particular set. So, be sure to be subscribed. We'll give you those ideas going forward. The Waist Cord of Flowing Silk, Opulence drops that particular piece. As I said, part of the same, basically you get it from the same place as the shoulders and the head, as well as the hands, which are the Firecaller's hand wraps. Anathos Firecaller drops it. You could actually go with the regular version gloves. They're more of a grayish look, but it works with this set as well. Vindicator's Soft Soul Slippers. That's I shoot magic into darkness. Such a Warlock thing to do. That's a quest reward. That's only Alliance, but there's a lot of lookalikes, so check Wowhead for that. Quill Stitch Great Cloak Drustvar Quill Rat Matriarch. 27% on the drop rate for that cloak. I really like that cloak, by the way. Moving on to the headpiece, Blaze Wing Hood. Anathos Firecaller also drops that. Kind of a fair drop rate. Keep in mind, heroic version of that raid. And we're going to move on to the weapon, which is also, actually, Waycrest Manor is where we get this weapon, Gorak Toll. Sounds very Klingon to me.
Going with a gold and green theme here, the Mantle of the Eridar Lord, Hellfire Citadel, Archimon, 13% on the drop rate for the shoulders, the tier shoulders from Warlords of Draenor. The chest, Heroes Plagueheart Robe, Naxxramas, normal 10-man, Gluth is the boss, 6% is the drop rate for the Wrath of the Lich King tier set. Moving on with a Lady Nightborn, the belt, Demon Buckle, Sash of Argus, Hellfire Citadel. Gee, that kind of predicts future xpacs there. Back in WoD, 15% drop rate for the belt. Moving on to the feet, Outlander's Boots, Hellfire Ramparts, which of course is a dungeon from Burning Crusade, various mobs, or you could just step up, buy those golden boots on the auction house. We have an undead dude who's going to show you the hands straight out of the Ice Crown. Basically, that's where you get it. Ebon Blade Quartermaster, they're an Ice Crown, bring a jacket, it's cold, 28 gold to buy. Of course, you're probably going to need rep to get those gloves. Sergeant's Heavy Cape, Stormwind, this is Alliance only. You're going to have to find a substitute if you hoard. Plenty of brown things to go around. Basically, one mark of honor to get the cloak, I believe. Demon Prince's Ascendant Crown, Hellfire Citadel, Archimon. So the shoulders, gloves, and the shoulders, belt, and head all drop from that same raid and boss, by the way. Siege of Ogamar, LFR for the weapon, 17% drop rate.
One of my favorite Warlock shoulders and overall tier set is the Cataclysmic Gladiator set. Of course, from your Cata PvP vendor, 3 marks of honor to get the shoulders. We're also showing the gloves, which incidentally are part of that set as well. Robes of Necrotic Whispers, Highmaul, Brackenspore, 18% drop rate. There are a lot of robes that go with this set. The belt, Primal Gladiator's Court of Accuracy, is incorrect. I believe that is either Prideful or Grievous, depending on which faction you're in. And that's, of course, the MOP PvP vendor. The headpiece, Stylish Gilnean Collar, Stormheim, it is a quest reward. Super easy pickup there. Now, are we going to stick with the Lady Troll? I believe not. We're going to now this looks pretty cool on an undead. Netherweave boots, which you really can't see on them, BC level tailoring. Check your local tailor, check your local auction house for the feet. As we mentioned a few seconds ago, the hands are the Cataclysmic Gladiator's Fellweave handguards from your Cata PvP vendor. Stormwind, Ogremar, pick that up. 2 marks of honor for the hands. Now we move on to Lady Void Elf in the back, dark leather cloak, vanilla level leatherworking. Check your local leatherworker, check your local auction house. The offhand is out of Highmole Heroic, Kargath Bladefist, 22% on the drop rate, and the dagger happens to be from the Black Temple Illidan Stormrage. Decent drop rate. My name is Luxeley. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this Warlock Transmog video, and I'm going to leave you with the final thought that I always leave people with, and I mean this, people. Whatever it is by you, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night, make it epic.